Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Rebuilding with Alexis Again, where I'm transparent about rebuilding my life after 50. I'm focusing on fitness, finance, faith, definitely, family, and freedom. Those are what I call the 5 pillars. Got that from my 9 to 5 millionaire Jamal King. Anywho, I wanted to get on today and talk about, I did start my GLP-1 journey Friday. It's a tool. This is my second go round with the GLP-1. The first time I basically, y'all, was just wasting my money because I was drinking, I was smoking, and I still was eating hot wings. Hot wings is like my favorite meal, one of them, other than tacos. And not only was I not eating right on there, I wasn't eating enough. And then if y'all know anything about GLP-1, if you are going to drink, it's not gonna work. So basically for, I say, 6, 7 months, I wasted my money on that. I did manage to lose, I started at 305 and ended up going down to like 267, 268, which I haven't been under 275 in a while. But I was not working out. I wasn't even walking. I wasn't doing anything. I was consumed with my job and life itself, and every day going home, getting a drink, going out with the girls, drinking margaritas, all of that. So the alcohol, y'all, it just contributed to, for me, it contributed to a bunch of nausea. I was nauseated a lot, constipated, and a lot of days I just lacked energy. So I tried it again because it did work. But when I look back at everything I was doing on there, I was doing everything wrong. If you got with a doctor or any kind of healthcare person before you got on the GLP-1, which I had to because I have high blood pressure too. So I had to consult with my doctor, and she would not do it until I did blood work to see where I was at, because taking blood pressure medicine can do damage to my kidneys anyway. So she's like, okay, we haven't had blood work in a while. I'm not going to prescribe you a GLP-1. You can go get it elsewhere. But she let me know the risk I was taking, and that if something happened to me, that basically I would just be SOL. So I trusted her. I did the blood work. I'm fine. But I am back over 300 pounds. When I weighed myself a few weeks ago, I was 313. Yesterday, I got on the scale and I was 315. So before I started going to the gym, by the way, this is day 14 straight in a row at the gym, day 28 alcohol free. Before I started going to the gym, I had walked. I was walking, I want to say 11 or 13 days straight, and then jumped straight in the gym. If y'all follow me on TikTok or any of that, I had talked about, I do not like bugs. So I know I tried to do the free route because I'm kind of not really strapped for money, just watching my money. Wherever I can save, I'm saving, because I'm also in credit repair. I got a lot going on. Just started me a business, so I'm getting that together. Filed for my LLC a week ago, waiting on the state of Texas to approve it. So I'll be able to be a legit business and be able to get more higher paying contracts. People consider you more of a business when you have an LLC. So anyway, back to the topic. I got back over 300 pounds. So after I did my blood work and the blood work came back okay, she was really impressed, especially for the weight I had lost and then gained, and then being on blood pressure medicine. She was really impressed. But we talked about my weight. I decided to quit alcohol because I'm not going to say alcoholism runs in my family, but a lot of my family drinks. And I feel like I had got to the place where every day I was coming home from work, I was pouring a drink. And whether it was the hard seltzers, slamming 3, 4 of them, not remembering the night before when I wake up, or the vodka. I was doing something I knew I didn't have no business doing, mixing vodka with Red Bull. Nobody should be drinking energy drinks. They are the worst for you. I'm not even gonna go there, because to each his own, and I'm not judging anybody. This is a judgment-free zone, and I am staying as transparent as possible. But vodka and Red Bull is a deadly mix. I would feel flutters in my heart. Talking to some of my passengers, they would share their stories with me, so I knew I wasn't doing the right thing. But going home every night, making a drink, one drink turned into 4, it was too much. Sometimes I would tell my mom the next day I woke up, I don't even remember how I got into bed. So there's that. But I did not want to do that anymore. Alcohol has been a hindrance for me for as long as I can remember. I don't even remember, y'all, the last time I was alcohol free for this many days. I remember when I managed the bar, one time I had quit drinking for like 2, probably 3 weeks, and the weight was just falling off of me. And I'm like, okay. So I knew then, and this was in probably 2016, 17. I knew then, I'm like, Alexis, this is a problem for you. But life kept lifing, and I continued to make the excuse to keep doing it. But now, all that is gone. I'm not saying I'm not going to never drink again, but I feel like I need to get it under control. I don't want to have to depend on coming home every day, having a drink to settle myself down. So I drink tea instead. Sometimes if I want to sleep or I'm having trouble sleeping, I'll notice I'll drink the chamomile tea. Chamomile is good, tastes good, but what I notice for me is that chamomile makes me feel a little groggy the next day. And talking to the doctor and doing research on ChatGPT and online, chamomile is more effective with some people and less effective with others. I'm one of those people where it's more effective with me. So I didn't like that feeling. It kind of, depending on what kind of chamomile it is, I was waking up, y'all, and I was feeling like I was drinking again. And I'm like, I know doggone well you ain't hit the vodka. And being that groggy feeling in the morning, like, it's gotta be the tea. I told ChatGPT, he like, no, chamomile don't do that to people. I'm like, it's gotta be something because I'm not drinking. So finally, talking to my doctor, she's like, well, it does different people different, Alexis. So if you're feeling groggy, stop doing it and see if your body knows the difference. Y'all, we got to start paying attention to our body too. If your body will tell you what's going on. It at least send you signs or something. So we need to do better at paying attention to that. So anyway, I like the chamomile, but not for every night tea to settle down. So I do other teas like ginger. What kind of tea y'all drink? And they help y'all like settle down. They was talking about ginger and peppermint or something. I love peppermint tea. It tastes so good. It's good, they say, for your intestines, for your gut. So I like that. But then basically, you just see me with my Stanley drinking a bunch of water. That was another thing. Last time on the GLP-1, I was not drinking water like I should. So it's no wonder I was nauseated. So being that I just took my first shot Friday, and I did upload a video of it, I'm not going to upload a video every week of that, but I will show y'all the progress as I go through, how it's working for me. So I'm excited now to be back on it, because realizing that it is just a tool, just like a weight loss surgery or anything like that, it just helps. And I knew for me that I needed help. I was having mad food noise. I drive for a living, whether I'm making deliveries or I'm doing Uber. So I would find myself, y'all, if I don't get up early enough to make something in the morning, I find myself stopping at McDonald's, and we all know McDonald's is the worst, and I don't even like McDonald's, but it's just cheap. So I found myself stopping, getting a double cheeseburger. One time I remember getting 2 double cheeseburgers and a fry and a strawberry pie. That's like too much. And then with me having high blood pressure, the salt swelling my legs up massive. So I just wanted to get on here and say that, and also to let y'all know that now the biggest thing for me with being in the gym is not focusing on what other people are doing, because everybody's body is different. And you know, the man or the woman I see that might jump on the treadmill next to me that's doing a higher incline or that's running, I know that my body is not ready for that. And that was the problem in the past as well. I go to the gym, I'm spending 1-2 hours there, hitting the weights, hitting the machines, getting on the treadmill, getting on the bike, just doing too much, making my body sore and making it feel like it's a negative thing for me. So in my mind, it makes me not want to go. But now that I have even just 14 days straight, I enjoy coming to the gym. I do the sauna first because it relaxes me from whatever my day was, whether it was working or whatever. I sit in there for 5-10 minutes and then I leave and go do whatever I'm gonna do. For the first 2 weeks, I've been on the treadmill. So since this is day 14 straight in the gym, I am going to start implementing weights. Because being on the GLP-1, I know y'all done seen a lot of people when they lose weight, like their skin is loose and saggy. If you start implementing, the weights, that will help bring that skin back in. I am 53 years old, so the older we get, we lose elasticity in our skin. So with that being said, I might not pop all the way back, but I'm going out trying, y'all. I'm going out trying. I cannot afford surgery. I'm a little bit scared of it, especially with my age, but that's another story for another time. So I'm gonna do this the right way where I feel like I can form habits. I need to be habitual with this, like I was habitual with smoking, with drinking. I'm 90 days free of smoking marijuana. I loved me some Mary Jane, I did. But I always promised myself too that when I got an opportunity where I could make some real money heading towards financial freedom, I would stop. It's crazy and sad at the same time because I never seen a reason to stop. But not only for financial freedom, I feel like I was wasting too much money on it. It's not the same as it was back when I was a teenager. They putting fentanyl in everything. And when I looked at how much money I was spending on it, I remember my mom came over my house one day and was like, Alexis, is that your air freshener? I'm like, what? She's like, that smell. And I just looked at her. She's like, how much money you spend on that shit? A day is what she asked me. And I had never thought about that, y'all. And I'm like, and this was back in, shit, y'all, probably '05, she said this to me. I'm like, probably $60 a day. She just bust out laughing. $60 a day? Oh my God, that's $420 a week. That's such and such a month. That's almost $1,700 a month or something she was saying. Y'all do the math on that, because $420 a week times 4, some weeks where it's 5, yeah. That's more than most people rent that I was spending on marijuana. Not to mention I couldn't afford it. Bills was behind, late. Like, I remember this one dude told me and his sister, and we got offended and cussed him out. He said, damn, y'all ain't got nothing in this refrigerator but liquor. I bet y'all got some weed though. These damn kids. And we like, wait a minute now, because the kids was eating. But think about all that money we was spending. They could have been eating, been in some type of class or sport or something to keep them busy. We can always figure out what to do with that money, y'all. It's so crazy. If you, look, I'm not down on nobody for what they do. But for me, I had to let it go. And it was more willpower than anything. And it was difficult because I live with somebody that smokes and I live with somebody that drinks. So there's that. So there's the temptation of it always. But I'm not doing it because this time is for real, okay? But then I got on the scale. I wanted to say, and I done start going insane, but y'all needed to know all of this. I said I was gonna be transparent though. Got on the scale last night. Don't know why I did that, because I know better. I had been, I think I ate something yesterday I didn't have no business. I don't think it was McDonald's, but something I ate where I went and got some food and it was salty. Because I was out and hadn't ate. And my ankles were swollen up, not like they usually be, but they were swollen. And it's just not a good time to weigh yourself. I think the best time to weigh yourself is in the morning when you get up. But got on the scale yesterday and it said 315. Like, I can't focus on that. So I'm like, okay, Alexis, you knew better. You know not to pay attention to the scale. I had a doctor that told me to weigh myself every day. And I think he was telling me that. It's not my doctor, but I think he was telling me that more so to hold myself accountable. So you'll know, what did you eat yesterday that's got the scale going back up? But I'm not gonna do it every day. And I'm still gonna hold myself accountable. So I just want y'all to understand that as I go through this, I will be taking y'all with me. So you're gonna see me sweaty sometimes. You're gonna see me a lot of times at my worst, because I feel like people need to see that. You know, everybody gets on social media, excuse me, all the platforms, and they always glorify everything good. Looking good, big booty, flat tummy, but nobody is taking y'all with them where they can see what's going on day to day. So I'm gonna be more consistent with posting content. I found a lot of my dog videos in the archives from Bella, Rufus, and Brooklyn. And Bella's first litter she had. So I've been sharing that with y'all. But Bella, y'all, is now 8 years old, gonna be 9 this year. And Brooklyn Marie, the little black baby that be pawing at her mama, she's 6, y'all. And I still have them, but I did rehome Rufus, and later for that story, I rehomed him to the family. So don't worry, I didn't just give him to anybody. So yeah, I'll be bringing y'all along with me. Y'all can share y'all thoughts. Judgment-free zone, positive zone. Everybody's opinion counts. If it doesn't apply to me or it doesn't apply to you, it just doesn't. But I just feel like we definitely need to be having more transparency while we're on these platforms. And I'm just not seeing it. And I know you guys are too. I'm gonna go get out of here. It's about time for me to get off. I do 20 minutes on the treadmill. I am gonna implement the weights starting next week. So let me know what y'all do. And maybe I'll combine it with something that I do or that I'm gonna research doing. So that way y'all can see that too. Okay? Thanks for listening to me rant, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe. Follow me down this journey. I named my channel Rebuilding with Alexis Again because I can't tell y'all how many times I done been down this road trying to lose weight, but it was always for the wrong reason. Either for a birthday outfit I was trying to get in or a man I was trying to please. If you're not doing it for the right reasons, God is not gonna bless it. Good day, y'all. Love y'all.